welcome back. And for those of you guys who are just now joining me, welcome. Not long ago I did a video where I showed you guys why your foundation routine sucked. And in that video, I told you guys that if you wanted, I would also do a why your concealer sucks video and how you can perfect concealer like a pro. How you can cover up those under eye bags. How you can prevent some creasing. How you can get rid of dark, cakey, thick, gunky, blech, under eyes. Concealer is very tricky. I'm right there with you. I know how tricky it can be. I know it seems like such a simple concept. Under the eyes foundation, you know? But there actually is a science to concealer. Just like with everything, there's a way you can better it and there's a way to not do it. We're going to be using minimal products, mostly affordable products, but I am going to give you guys variations in prices so this video can fit any budget. And I'm going to show you guys step by step how to achieve beautiful, bright, clear, crisp under eyes. First things first you want to do is moisturize your under eyes. Foundation lays better on moisturized, hydrated, cleansed skin. So obviously, cleanse, moisturize, and hydrate your under eyes. I know a lot of people don't believe in under eye creams. I personally love them. I use them every single day. The one I've been using and loving is the Good Molecules Yerba Mate or Yerba Mate Wake Up Eye Gel. This stuff is amazing. It's super affordable. I use it all the time. I use it every single morning. I literally don't leave my house without applying it. And then when I get here to prime, I go in with my Good Molecules primer. The reason I'm showing you guys like my priming right now is because I want to let you guys know when I prime my face, I do take my moisturizer all the way up. I don't tug on my eyelids, but I do absolutely pat them, kind of massage them. I do this little number because a lot of people will do all these other steps and miss this one and then be like, what's good, Gucci Mane? And then Gucci Mane is like, yo, but did you moisturize? But did you hydrate? But did you pat your eyes with all that juicy concentrate? Bars. Make sure your eyes are nice and cleansed, moisturized. By the way, this video is not sponsored at all, 100%. Like, I would tell you if it was, but it's not. And now we're gonna go into color correcting. If you guys don't know what color correcting is, well, let me explain this to you. Color correcting is the act of correcting discoloration, hyperpigmentation, and like scarring on your face that is hard to cover up with concealer. And then you get to the point where you just have way too much concealer and then your face looks cakey. But it's because you use too much product, but it's also because you didn't use enough of the right product. Just like I explained when I talked about why your foundation routine sucks. Yo, why your concealer routine sucks is probably the same reasons. You're using too much product, you're not blending it out properly, and you're probably not using the correct product for you. Know what products you need. Know how much product you need. Stop over using product. You don't need that much. You don't need that much product. Thin layers, everybody. Thin layers. And of course, know your tones, match your skin type, and really blend. It really is that simple. The color corrector that I'm going to be using is this one by KKW Beauty. It's the one that I honestly enjoy, guys. She has a few. This is the Correct in the shade 2, and this is the Correcting Peach in the shade 3. I know these tones are almost night and day difference, guys. Well, they kind of look like night and day difference in the tube, but honestly, like once you take this one out, you can definitely see that she's peach. See, like I said, it actually is pretty peach. And the reason you want to use a peach color corrector under your eyes is because peach and orange and like salmon colors, they cancel out blues and purples. It's the same thing if you've ever dyed your hair blonde and they ask you to use purple shampoo, because the purple shampoo will cancel out any of the brassiness, aka the oranges in your hair that you're trying to get rid of. It's the same color concept. Orange cancels out purple, purple cancels out orange. You guys get what I'm saying? So laying down a color corrector is going to be the go-to step. That's going to change your under eye game forever, especially if you have really dark under eye circles, hyperpigmentation, and you literally just wake up looking like you got popped in the face, which hormones, totally normal. And the way we're going to do this is we're going to apply in very, very thin layers. Like I said, I'm going to use my Correct 2 shade because at this moment, my skin is not dark enough to use the very orange shade. It would just peek through, and I'm not really combating a lot of darkness right now, but I'm definitely combating some. And I personally do do not like to use a lot. Thin layers, people. Now, don't get me wrong, I do see a lot of people using color correctors, but I also see a lot of people using color correctors incorrectly. You don't need to apply a color corrector like a concealer. Not at all. You literally just place most amount of pigment, so the very first swipe, where you have the most hyperpigmentation and or discoloration. So for me, personally, it's right here. This is where my darkness lies, right in the inner corners of my eyes. So obviously, that's where I'm going to apply my color corrector. You do not need a lot. One dip, 2 eyes. And then you're gonna grab any old brush. This is my Sigma Buff and Blend. And with a brush, I'm going to blend it out almost like a concealer, but not necessarily. I'm just gonna make sure that I thin this product out whilst still giving me the coverage that I want where I need it most. I know you guys are freaking out. Relax. This is not our final form yet. But as you can see, you just see orange, right? You don't see any more of my purples or my blue hues. Now we're gonna go ahead and move on to foundation. Foundation is also simple, guys. Just work in thin layers and all your problems will go away. And speaking of thin layers, notice how I'm not going to start or even focus any foundation on my under eyes. What I have left over with my beauty sponge is what's gonna go on my under eyes and help blend up all the way there. But I'm not going to focus foundation on my under eyes. There is no need to add another thick layer of foundation when I already have my color corrector and I already know that I'm going to apply concealer and powder. The foundation is the least of your worries on your under eyes. I see so many people make that mistake when really what that does is make your under eyes look so thick and so cakey and so gunky. You're going to do more harm than good by doing that. The concealer that I'm going to be using is the e.l.f. concealer in Light Sand. This is such a great concealer. I highly recommend you guys always get the e.l.f. Camo concealer with the white lid. I know that so many people just want to go so ham with concealer and do that one like little triangle thing under the eyes. I personally don't do that anymore, guys. I like to do thin lines, thin layers. I do obviously like to balance it out because I feel like you always need that balance, especially in the face when you want symmetry in makeup and you want your face to look brighter overall. Don't just hit up the under eyes, guys, okay? Hit up the nose, hit up the forehead, hit up the chin. I know it can look intimidating at first, but so is literally everything that you haven't tried before. So just try it. This is how I like to apply it on my under eyes. I know some people literally do like the filled in triangles. I used to do that, guys. I used to be one of those. Never again. I just found that my skin, you know, does not need that much coverage and that much makeup and that much weight on top of it. And then what I like to do is I kind of just let my concealer set for a little bit. And then sometimes when I feel like I've applied too much, I'll even go in with a little brush and I will kind of blend it out. You can blend it out in the triangle form, guys. Just don't apply it. Don't go right off the bat this. Blend it out to this though, however. And then with whatever is left over, hit up my forehead, my nose, my cupid's bow, because there's a lot of darkness here as well. And then personally, I like to lift my face or give my face like a lifted effect. So I just drag out that same concealer that I already applied up, a swoop-de-doop. And then once we're here, that is when I go in with my beauty blender and I blend it out. The beauty blender is awesome because it absorbs any excess product. And once you're done blending out your concealer, this is where you have to prevent the anti-crease very quickly. I'm personally not somebody that like needs to look like crease free because I think that creases are very normal and I don't like the stigma around them. We're doing makeup, we're not plastic surgeons, but there is a way that you can at least minimize the look of creases, and that's really where we want to get. So once you've done applying your concealer with your beauty blender and you've really blended out all the excess concealer where your eyes crease, immediately apply a loose powder with a brush. I'm just using my Mercier one. It's the one I have at hand. I put a little bit on the cap and I look up, focusing on the concealers, and then I drag it out. And once I have that first layer of powder, I know now that whatever other powder I apply over is not going to be immediately glued onto it and look cakey because we already put a thin layer of powder on. So at this point, I like to go in with my one and only Tati Beauty Blendiful. This is the life hack, the trick, guys. This velour puff is the overall end all to smooth under eyes. This gives you the most poreless effect under your eyes, the most mannequin skin. And the powder that I use, that is my favorite, I'm not gonna lie, she's bougie. She's Charlotte Tilbury. It's the Airbrush Flawless Finish Skin Perfecting Powder. I use the shade Fair 1 because I like a brighter under eye. That is why I use concealers that are a little bit lighter than mine, maybe like a half a shade or a whole shade lighter. Same with my under eye powders. I like a brightening under eye powder, so I don't go with a powder that is my shade. And once I apply my powder, I literally just tap it in, guys. And then with the excess, I blend it out again into that very same V shape. And we are here. I went ahead and did the rest of my makeup just so you guys could clearly see what your finished product should be looking like. And this is what I have for you. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it answered all of your questions. Concealer can be confusing. It can be hard. It can be something that seems so complicated because it does have a science to it. But I promise you guys, if you color correct, if you apply your concealer, your foundation, and your color corrector in thin layers, also this Tati Beauty Blendiful, I'm telling you. Again, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns, please leave them in the comment section down below. I'll be happy to get back to you guys. I'm going to try my best to link everything down below, my Good Molecules link, and where you can find each and every one of these products that I used today. Have the best day ever. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you in my next one.